Hi, everybody. Sorry. Uh, okay. This is our announcement for Philosophy 201. And this is for the week of April 13th. How are you all doing? This is still a kind of a crazy time as we are staying home and staying safe. So I hope you're all doing well and are well. Okay, so we are moving into a new module this week, but before I go there, I just want to let you know that I will be grading your Module 3 essay this week. Okay, so look for your grades and comments on that, and I hope that you look at the rubric when you look at the grades, that you don't just look at the number that is there, but that you look at the rubric and you look at the comments that I write to you as well, because those are meant to help you. Okay, so I'm going to minimize myself. And the new module we move into now is Module 4, which is on ethics. Okay, so ethics has to do with morality, moral behavior, and so what we're going to look at specifically in Module 4.1 is the question, how do we determine what we ought to do? So I'm just going to go to the overview page. So how do you go about making moral choices? By moral choices, I mean making choices that are right and wrong, such as whether or not you give a homeless person cash. These types of questions are considered ethical questions in philosophy. In Module 4.1, we turn to questions that deal with the philosophical field of ethics. The specific question being asked is, how do we determine what we ought to do? The readings I have selected for Module 4.1 explore two possible ways humans approach making moral choices. One is from the ancient Greek philosopher Aristotle. The other is from the ancient Chinese philosopher Mencius. Okay, so our moral module objectives are: 1. Identify the main points of the philosophical theories of ethics presented by Aristotle and Mencius in a self-check quiz. 2. Discuss the meaning of critical points dealing with the theories of ethics in a reading selection in a class discussion. And 3rd, identify characteristics of Aristotle's virtue ethics in the self-check quiz. Okay, so and then here is my commentary, okay, that I will open up here just for a minute. So in my commentary, I talk to you, and please read this, because I tell you about the readings that you're going to do. This is all about Aristotle, and this is about Mencius. Okay, so Aristotle, one thing I want to emphasize is he is not easy to read. Okay, so give yourself plenty of time to read this. And what you're going to read is a selection from the Nicomachean Ethics, which was a rather large work by Aristotle. And he asks about the nature of morality in that work. Okay, and then, to give you balance in terms of Western versus Eastern philosophy, we're also going to read this selection from Mencius, who has a different point of view about human nature and whether or not human nature is good, whether humans are good. Okay, so read that. And then I have a video here which will help you understand Aristotle a little bit more. So please watch that video. And then your readings are from our textbook, The Proper Function of Man and Its Relation to the Good Life, which is from Aristotle, pages 351 to 358. And then you're going to read On Human Goodness by Mencius. Okay? So there's a self-check quiz and a discussion. So let me give you those due dates. Your self-check quiz is due on April 15th. Okay. And then the discussion, looks like someone has already started here. That's Alexis. All right. Good job, Alexis. Is one question. Okay. And it's about both readings. And it asks you, are human beings really born with a propensity for goodness as Mencius claims. Explain why or why not. How would Aristotle respond to this claim? So you're really going to have to do all the background work, okay, before you even try to answer this question. You need to read my commentary, you need to watch the video on Aristotle, and of course you need to do the readings. Okay, and once again, I'm going to keep hammering you. Let me just put this, okay, so you can see me. I'm going to keep hammering you. Don't base your responses on the introductions to these readings. Okay, so make sure that if you're going to, and you should support your statements with the readings, it has to be from the readings themselves, not the introduction. Okay, not that material that's before the actual reading begins. Okay, so let me talk a little bit about propensity for human goodness and what that means. Okay, so by propensity, we're talking about, are humans, sort of naturally, innately good? Do we have a tendency to be good, to make the right moral choices? Okay, so that's what we're talking about when we use that word propensity. Okay? So, and then I ask you to say, well, how does Aristotle respond to that? What would he say? All right? So that's what you're doing for this week. So that's pretty straightforward. And then next week you'll have another written assignment, and I will talk to you about it then. Okay? So if you have any questions or you want to talk to me about the reading material, and like I said, it's challenging, please reach out and talk to me. I have my office hours. You can talk to me there. And I'd be happy to help you if you need some clarity about the reading material. The other thing, I guess I just want to give you something to think about in this time of a global pandemic. There are a lot of moral choices being made. And so in the comments below, I'd like for you to respond to a question. And that question is, what are the moral choices that you see being made in the response to this COVID-19 coronavirus pandemic? Okay, so don't have to write anything too long, just a sentence or two if you want. But I'm interested to see what you think. Okay, that's it for this week. It's kind of a shorter announcement, so that's good. I hope you all have a really good week, and stay safe and stay home. Okay, bye.